Hey everyone, got a little video here for you. I don't know how long it's going to be and how it's going to turn out because I'm getting some pretty good gusts of wind popping in every now and then, so I don't know what the mic's going to sound like. As you can see out here, we got some Browning Sportsman knives. So let's go do a little backstory. Back in 1950, in the state of Kentucky, there was this guy named Gil Hibben. You might know the name. He was a machinist and he started making his own knives, crafting up his own knives, and he got pretty good at it. So he started making some for his friends. Actually was selling some out of his own home because he kind of set up his own little shop. And he got good enough where his designs, he started taking them to knife shows. And word of mouth got around to Browning in the 60s. And in 1968, they hired him to collaborate to start their own knife division. Up until that point, Browning was just making firearms. So in 1968, he designed the Sportsman Series, but the early ones were made in Japan by Ichiro Hattori. Very familiar name for those that know. Very adept knife smith. Although the designs were Gil Hibben's, they were being made by Hattori in Japan, in Seiki. So then around 1974, Browning decided to do some manufacturing at their shop in Utah. And at that time, Gil Hibben was still the main designer. In fact, he collaborated with Browning all the way up till 1986, from 68 to 1986. And our good friend Donovan, too, knows all about Gil Hibben. In fact, I think he met the guy. So this was his first big collaboration. This is way before his Rambo days and his later stuff. But he was still making them in 1974 when these came out. These are the USA models. And the Japan ones are nice, don't get me wrong. Like I said, Hattori knows what he's doing out there. And you can find them on eBay. I'm going to just kind of get these all out here. Let's see, what else should I tell you? Yeah, so these were all made 1974 to 1976. And this one here is probably the coolest one. I keep this baby all wrapped up. This is not a user. All the sheath knives are users except the second. These two are the same knives. But one I have for a user. You can see the blade is all scratched up. And this is the one with the factory edge. Look at that baby shine. These handles are Brazilian rosewood and brass guard and pommel. Fit really good. Rounded, whoops, it's darn wind. Rounded shaft construction. I imagine it's just a rat tang. But yeah, these two are the same ones here. Same model. And where was I? Okay, yeah, Gil Hibben. So he designed all these. These were his first collaboration, his first contract outside of making them at home and selling them on the side. Yeah, here we want to get this one out. And I thought he did a pretty darn good job. You can find the ones from Japan, the earlier models, which also are real good design. But these have real rosewood handles, where I think the other ones are stamina wood. The Japan ones were kind of budget model, I guess you could say. 440C steel, so this probably would have been kind of like your Magna Cut of the day in 1974. So first let's get the big one. This is one of the real popular models. This is the 5518. And the 55 coincides with the 5.5 inch blade, trail point skinner, hollow grind. And what's cool about these is all the stamps are inverted. So you get to hold it this way. And this was their popular large model for hunting. As you can see why. You could get a lot done here. Not much for, it's more of a sharpening choil than a finger choil. Just a beautiful knife. Well designed blade. And this is the 4018. The 5518 and the 4018. 4-inch blade, trail point skinner. Hollow grind here. And again, whoops. And again, I can't see without my glasses. All the tang stamps are inverted. And once again, this is the user, which is a real fun knife to carry. There's your tang stamp. Really comfortable too when you want to really get down onto some chopping and slicing. Then over here, the drop point. This is a 3718, 3.7 inch blade. Same handle. Brazilian rosewood. You can see it's almost 4 inches, 3.7. This here is also a user. Like I said, they're all users except for the two that are in the box. And that's this one and this one. The drop point folder with the, look at the cant on this. That is a cool knife. Drop point, I think 3.5 inch blade, 35 181. Lockback. Awesome knife. Listen to these babies pop. Well, that one needs a little oil. Is that a fine piece of cutlery there? And then probably my most favorite lockback to carry is the 37 181. One's a 180 and one's a 181, and the one at the end designates the drop point from the trail point. This is the one that's got a little more pop. So there you have it. Some early Gil Hibben. Like I said, there's no bigger fan of Gil Hibben than our good friend Donovan too, who maybe can put a little more insight onto these knives. Is that a gorgeous collection there? There's many more, but I think I'm done because these These can get pricey unless you get lucky, and I got lucky on most of them. So there you go, the Browning Sportsman Series with the buck on there, made in Utah, Morgan, Utah. 4181 trail point hunting knife. That's the big one. That's this one here. And we're 37-181. Oh, okay, it's 3.7 inches then. Unless that's the blade or the handle size. I should have brought out something to measure. All the sheaths come with it. The folding sheaths are made in Mexico. A couple different colors there. And I think the fixed blades are made in the USA. Browning USA. This one's got a little, this is for the big one here. So that's it. I got like 10% left on the battery. So until next time, my friends, take care. Peace. Bye-bye.